A student just told me after learning my guide, his DET score improved from 90 to 125 in just 1 week. It sounds like magic, right? So does it mean everybody can get over 120 in just a few days by using my guide? To be honest, I don't think so. It depends. Here's another example. Another student told me after watching my videos, his score increased from 50 to 70 very quickly, but there's still a gap to his target score, which is 95. So in this video, I'm going to explain what actually decides your DET score and how can you improve it fast. First, I'd like to show you what actually decides your DET score. And we can see this formula. Actually, your final DET score depends on two things. The first one is your test strategy, and the second one is your English foundation. So these two parts are actually different. You can improve the strategy very fast, just in very short time. But for English foundation, it could take longer time. For example, as for the student who improved from 90 to 125 in 1 week, his English foundation is already around 120. So why he got only 90 at the beginning? Because the strategy was holding him back. So in this case, you can learn the DET strategy and improve very fast by using my website. So I'm going to show you on my website, you can see there's DET guide. And actually there are two things can improve your DET strategy very fast. The first one is the DET score boost guide. It's a PDF document. So what's inside the document? There are common mistakes for all 13 DET question types and practical strategies that actually help, and clear direction for what to focus on first, and speaking and writing structures and templates. So by learning this, you can improve your performance and maximize your score in all the 13 DET question types. And another thing to help you improve fast is using my DET 120 plus training system. So there are a few focused training. So we can see some trainers to help you to learn the structure and practice it better. You know, I always say the Duolingo English test is not about what you know, it's about what you can actually do under time pressure. So these trainers can help you to improve your actual performance in the real test. So let's see the first one, the photo writing trainer. Let's click here. And we can see a step-by-step guide and a fast practice. So at first we need to use the step-by-step guide and click here. I have broken down the write about a photo in 3 steps. Step 1, step 2, and step 3. By practicing these 3 steps, you can improve your actual performance. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, the second trainer is photo speaking trainer. It's about building stable speaking output and reduce long pauses. Okay, let's see what's inside. There's also step-by-step guide. And you can always use this basic practice for free. So we can see I have broken down the structure into 5 parts to help you to organize the answer quickly. So by using this trainer, you can improve your performance and learn the structure, and which help you improve your fluency and help you speak for 90 seconds easily. That's the key to improve your actual score. Okay, so let's go back. And the next trainer is also very important. It's a writing structure trainer. So in this trainer, you can learn structures, templates, and sample answers for writing. So let's click. I have classified all the writing question types into 3 types. So this trainer can help you identify different question types and teach you all the structures and template for different kinds of questions. Okay, for example, why is it important for people to develop a good time management skills? So explain how this ability can improve both productivity and overall well-being. So explain means it's about explanation and the benefits. So we can click here and you see the structure and the templates. Then you can try to use these things to practice until you can use them automatically. So this trainer helps you improve your actual score in the writing sections. Okay, so we can see there are also more trainers here, but it's more about your English foundation. So let's go back to the formula. Okay, I just explained how you can improve your strategy part very quickly. But for the other part, it's English foundation. It could take longer time to improve. For example, the second student I mentioned who improved from 50 to 70 very quickly, but still has a gap to the 95. I think it's more about the English foundation, because even you know all the strategy, all the structures, and avoid all the common mistakes, but if your vocabulary is not enough, like you don't understand the lots of words in the test, or your listening skills is still weak, like you can't understand the listening sentences or materials, your score cannot always improve like to over 120 in just a few days, because improving your reading and the listening ability could take longer time. And what my website can help in this part is the other a few trainers. We can see the fill in the blanks trainer. So here we can always improve the performance in this section by using these two trainers. So we can start from here. So we can see when you are learning or practicing, you can always pause. So we can see the children were very what on the morning of their school trip. So very on their school trip, they were very AXC. So we can think about the answer. I think it's excited, right? So check the answer. So here we can see the guide. The why this word, why it's excited. It's a school trip, and anticipation and energy and excited. And here is adjective, past participle used as adjective. Okay, so you can learn the strategy and the explanation. So for each section, there are 10 questions. In this part, you can test your real reading foundation and also learn a few strategies. So if you feel your score cannot improve fast, maybe you should do more practice with this trainer and read more articles, English articles, to improve your actual reading ability. And okay, under this trainer, it's listening and type trainer. So we can see there are 3 levels, and in this trainer, you can also test your listening ability and do practice to improve your listening. For example,
she has been learning Japanese for 3 years.
Okay, so she has been learning Japanese for 3 years, right? Let's check.
She has been learning Japanese for 3 years.
She has been learning Japanese for 3 years. So when you are doing this question type, some details are very important, like has been for, like that, right?
She has been learning Japanese for 3 years.
Okay, we can submit. Okay, it's correct, right? So for each round, there are also 10 questions. So you can finish one round to check your actual listening ability. The results will tell you if your foundation is enough at this level or you need to do more practice. And there are several ways to improve your listening foundation. The first way is just to use my trainer to do more practice and to improve your accuracy. And I think you should also listen to other materials, find some English listening materials from YouTube, or watch some other videos like from Netflix or something like that. So it could take longer time than improving your strategy. Okay, and last trainer is an interesting challenge. Okay, it's for fun. And sometimes if you want to practice in a more interesting way, you can use this one. You can choose the level and start a challenge. It's just like a game about beating zombie, but actually testing your reading ability and your vocabulary. They made a good what in a short time. Good progress, I think. Okay, they showed deep what for the teacher. I think you respect. They made a simple what based on the fact. I think it's decision. Okay, so you can use it for free anytime. Okay, so I just explained what actually decides your DET score and how you can improve effectively. And if you have any other questions about the Duolingo English test, you can also leave comments below. So if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to give likes and subscribe my channel for more tips and strategies to help you improve your DET score. See you in the next one.